That would be a really nice top to go over that as well. All right, so now let's talk about the Denim & Company Perfect Jersey Elbow Sleeve Crew Neck Stripe Top that I'm wearing. Already 200 orders from the preview. And, you know, once again, I told this story last year when I was putting my outfits together to go on some remotes and just my summer vacations. I found that I was coming up short in the top area. Had lots of jeans, lots of beach pants, lots of crops. But when it came to the tops to go with it, was coming up short. So here's another one that was created with a lot of the things that you ask Denim & Company's team for. That is, first of all, it's in Perfect Jersey, the #1 knit fabric for our brand. Second, you ask for elbow sleeves. Check and check. And this little striped top also has this fun little contrast directional stripe placement at the shoulder. So it really elevates it, I think, Gary, and makes it look a little bit different.
Absolutely.
So it's $44. Only order of the year is here. This is your black stripe. We have it in the cloudy sky. We have it in khaki.
Isn't that pretty?
It is pretty.
Yeah.
Juniper green, which
Yes,
is one of our new favorite colors. I know you love that. And then this is deep papaya, and it is a clay red. It is not bright like Americana red. Although if you wanted to, you know, put some blue with it, it would still work.
It would still work, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
sorry,
You
go
want to
ahead.
put a color in front?
Yeah, let's
put the green.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is Perfect Jersey, which is 95 cotton and 5 spandex. If you know Denim & Company, you know this has been our most popular, most favorite fabric forever. So we could actually call it the GOAT. Oh!
I love it. Yes. Yes.
Greatest of all time.
You got it.
Easy to care for. We use all pre-shrunk fabric, machine wash, tumble dry. It just is perfect. Oh yeah.
And speaking of perfect, we've got a skimmer.
Speaking of a perfect match.
Yep,
wow.
coming up a little bit later on. Skimmer with a little novelty detail on this, and it comes in the same colors as this top. So if you wanted to do this head to toe, you can.
So Jane, you know, this has more of a crew neckline, so you get great coverage, but it's not too uptight.
No.
You know, it's nice. I love the play on stripes here at the shoulders. I think that's really fun and just a cool designer detail. The elbow sleeve is perfect. You get total upper arm coverage on that. And then as Jane twirled earlier at the beginning of the show, the stripes match all the way around. So it's, you know, to me, it's like a little spectator, a little nautical. Is there a turn off button?
Yeah. You know, but here's the thing, you know, how many people, when you first saw this stripe placement, thought about the little onesies that we had for our babies that had the little fold over thing? Do you guys remember that? Bob is like, yes, absolutely. So that's what I saw when I saw this.
Yeah.
You know,
no, it's cute. Yeah. I mean, it's a fun little top to pair back to anything, really. It's, you know, stripes are always part of the DNA, will always be part of the DNA of Denim & Company. We did them in the beginning. We continue to do them. And you know what? Listen, stripes are not that hard to wear. I know some people write me and say, you know, I just don't like stripes on me. And I would never tell anybody, oh, you must wear a striped top. But, you know, Jane and I are both wearing stripes today. It wasn't planned, it just happened. But it's a great look for spring and summer, for sure.
I think it is. This is so clean. And
That,
look how
I
bright and
love
light.
that.
That khaki stripe with the white.
You know, there's different ways to go. So that's really kind of very chic. This is black and white is always a fun way to go.
Right.
Look at that. How, yeah, you could really play with these.
Yeah, I love these. And again, the skimmer is going to be coming up at the end of the show, but you don't have to wait if you want to place your order.
If you want to do the
Americana,
the papaya, you could, these blue ones are coming up too.
Yeah.
There's your, kind of, you know, a different version of red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
If you like that idea.
I do.
So that's really a lot of fun too.
Yeah, I thought we had, yeah, we do. Here's a, you know, just because since there isn't a pant in the khaki, you know, there's probably khaki somewhere in your wardrobe in the bottom that will go really nicely. This just happens to be a duo stretch pant.
I like the subtleness of that
I
color.
do too. Yeah, so
Yeah,
there's many options. A lot of the ones that we'll show you will be coming up a little bit later on, but you can go ahead and start placing your order. If you go to QVC.com, you can see the items that we're going to present in the show. So really, great everyday QVC value, because there's so much more than just a basic crew neck t-shirt here. You get that crew neck, you get that detailed here at the sleeve, the striping, which is fun and beautiful, the elbow sleeve, with the fit is nice. I'm wearing my regular QVC large, which is what I typically wear. I've got plenty of room. It's not clinging too much in that, midsection that I'm always concerned about. And I think the stripe is very flattering. So 500 orders now placed. Pick your color. That's the juniper green. Here's the khaki. We have that gorgeous cloudy sky, which has been very popular, as has the black. So if you want that classic black and white spectator color, please don't wait. And then there's the deep papaya, which is such a pretty kind of terracotta color. Actually, you can see it even more when you look at it in the pant. Isn't that pretty? And now
Perfect.
600 tops ordered.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see Pam and Crystal here,
Yes.
who also are
Oh, I
goats,
love, that's
greatest
in the
of all
mirror.
time.
Look at that. Our goats, yeah. And Timo, also a goat with the camera work, love it. But look how easy and comfortable, and Pam and I are kind of twinning. Crystal put this on with that little wide leg skimmer that we have coming up a little bit later on. So it just gives you a lot of versatility.
It
right?
does, yeah, it does. And it's that nautical look, that spectator look, that easy color and white that's, so good. I heard on the news yesterday, people were warning about the heat and everything, and they were saying, be sure to wear light colors. And I look at myself and I'm wearing all black. I'm like, oops.
It was, it was so hot when I was leaving yesterday. Everybody's like, oh, you're going to go sit by the pool? I'm like, no. It's too hot. Like, who's gonna, there's no way.
The water was probably boiling.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
The water is, plus between the reflection of the water and just this searing heat beating down with not a cloud in the sky, which we've been waiting for. No chance I'm sitting out there. I had plenty of sun over the weekend, so I'll wait for it to cool down to a comfortable 90 degrees. 100 is just not my thing.
No,
that's beyond me. I can't do 100.
Just stay inside and paint.
But I do give this 100 in terms of the style. I give it 100 in terms of the fabric, because it's our perfect jersey. 800 orders now placed. Let's talk about perfect jersey again, Gary, because you'll hear us talk about different fabrics. And what we did was given the fabric a name so that you can go to QVC.com, literally, Denim & Company, and search for anything in this fabric.
Yeah, I mean, perfect jersey is something that's been with us for quite some time. It has become a favorite. I don't know how many we've sold. We've never kept track of it, but I would imagine it's in the millions.
Oh, it would have to be.
It would have to be, because it's been such a popular fabric.
With all the silhouettes that it has come in, yeah.
So it's cotton rich, it has 5% spandex, it's stretchy, it snaps back, you can machine wash and tumble dry, pre-shrunk cotton. So it's everything you want in a summer top. Plus you get great waist shape, you get that semi-fit with ease, so it's gonna follow the lines of your body with wearing ease. It's just an incredibly awesome fabric.
Well, here's what you have to do. Trust us to be your hands. Trust us to be your, advocates that you're getting really good quality. There's nothing worse than, shopping online or, shopping, in a catalog and thinking, oh, look, they said it's like, 95 cotton, 5% spandex. And you think, oh, that's good. And then you get it home and it's like, oh, it's like, oh. I feel like when you get this home, it's like, oh. Because it's a more substantial cotton that feels, soft. That's
it feels
already
expensive.
It does. So it's more of an
a good
voice
O.
goes up, not a
oh.
And here we go. That is juniper green, 1,000 of these now spoken for. There's the khaki. We have cloudy skies. Not really. Here we don't have any clouds.
We
in
don't
the
have any
sky.
clouds in the sky, just sun.
Black. How long did it take us? We're 3 days into summer and already complaining about the heat. And then papaya. But we warned you that we were going to do
But
that.
can't we have like gradual
We did.
heat?
You know what? We did.
I feel like it just
We had a spring
was
this
bam.
year. Nope.
Yeah.
We really did have a nice spring. We had a lot of rain. It was really cold. It was actually in the 60s
we did
a week ago.
Yeah.
So
But I needed like 75 and sunny for like months.
You have to live in some other part of the country for that. Yeah. Northern California maybe.
Okay. Well,
1,200 now ordered in this top. And then I'll defer to Pam and talk about sizing. Pam is 5'9½", and she wears a size 1X in this. Is that right, Pam? So Pam and I are twinning. I'm 5'9", and I'm wearing it in the size large. And we're both wearing the same pants. So these dip-dye pants are going to be coming
Those are
up.
so cute.
I know, they
Yeah.
look really cute, don't they? And especially with this, I thought it was a cute outfit. A 694-612.
oh, that doesn't.
694-612, 694-612, 694-612. Place your order for it. Get more than one. All right. And then we did mention that the skimmers are